Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch a Movie. I am Mike. Thanks for taking a minute of your day to spend it with me today. Today we are talking in the newest, just like Scream series, where we review all the movies that were inspired by Scream, the good ones, the bad ones, the best ones. And today we have a classic one. We're going to do all three movies in the franchise, Urban Legend. This movie came out in 1998, directed by Jamie Blanks, who also directed another movie we'll end up covering called Valentine. It was written by Ugly Betty creator Silvio Horta, who's actually, unfortunately, no longer with us. I found that out when I was going and doing all my research on this, and that's unfortunate because as much stuff as urban legends get as being one of the most blatant Scream ripoffs, as they called it when it came out, and got such shitty reactions from critics and the like, there are a ton of these movies, which is why we do this. Which, by the way, if you want to be involved in all of those, but don't forget to click the subscribe button and the bell that'll notify you, because if you don't, YouTube will probably hide us because they'll say these people are shameful, and they say things like shit, fart, cock, balls, and I don't want them around my children anymore. And you probably don't want us around your children. But no, while Urban Legend, it may be a Scream ripoff, sure, but it's one of the few that actually did it really, really well, in my opinion. And I haven't seen this movie in years, and I went back and watched it, and I was like, this kind of rocks the shit right now, and we'll get into why. The story is super simple. So a bunch of sexy, hot college kids are being killed off by an Abercrombie coat-wearing killer, one by one, using the stories of different urban legends to carry out their deaths. And all of this is being explained to you as it's happening by professor at the university these kids are at, Robert Englund, of all people, who's teaching a course on urban legends at the time. The soundtrack in itself is great. You got Stabbing Westward on there. You've got fucking Zoot Suit Riot. And that's one of the most important things with these movies, is you have to have really good needle drops, and Urban Legends does a good job of doing that. The core group of kids who are either conversating over coffee or just being picked off one by one were really well cast, really interesting. I liked every single one of them. Michael Rosenbaum plays this over-the-top type of, I guess he's really supposed to be the Stewish character of this whole thing, but he just overacts the living shit out of it. I mean, they could have put Jim Carrey in the role. I don't know if he could have overacted it anymore. Just like every single time they show him on camera, he's like, I'm the cool guy. You know what I mean? Like every single shot is just so overdone. I didn't even hate him because he's still entertaining, but whoo, you got young face Jared Leto in this, who's actually really good in the movie. He just kind of, same thing as Johnny Depp. It's always nice to see Jared Leto actually just play a normal dude who's not like, sending used condoms to people and like method acting and being all weird fuck in the desert. He's just a young, short-haired, fresh-faced Jared Leto who's a journalist, and he's going through and sensationalizing all this stuff, putting it in the school paper, but also kind of unraveling what's going on as the movie goes on. Rebecca Gayheart's in the movie, and gay fart. Rebecca Gayheart's in this, who's literally was in Scream 2 as one of the sorority sisters, and she's done some other stuff in her career that's really good. I thought she was fantastic in this movie, and we'll get to what a big role she plays later. There will be spoilers in this, just so you guys know. Joshua Jackson, man, a staple of the Just Like Scream series. We'll see him so much as we go through this. The fucking Skulls, man, Cursed. He's been in so many of these movies. It's hilarious. But yeah, he was awesome in this. He's doing his best Jared Leto from Fight Club impression with his bleach blonde hair, and I think I like Joshua Jackson in everything I see him in, and I've heard that he wants to be in the Scream series. I know he was in Scream 2, but you could just easily have him play a different character, or maybe even have him come back as himself. It's a shame we never got to have his character at least killed off in Scream 2. Tara Reid is in this, and she plays a radio host who helps sorority girls and stuff get over stuff like dealing with the cum sitting around in their stomachs. That's literal. I'm not just calling people sluts. I'm not here to slut shame. You get it, girl. You go out there and you suck all those dicks. No, I've literally never thought about that. That would be weird, I feel like. I'm glad I don't have to do it on weekends. And that role was actually almost played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. Now, Tara Reid's Tara Reid. She's going to Tara Reid. They are who we thought they were. She does, in her death scene, it is pretty annoying, actually, when he's chasing her. The noises, the constant scream that she's doing, it's just, I don't know. But other than that, she was fine. Danielle Harris is in this as well. She's the main girl's roommate, the good girl of the movie's roommate, and she's a super goth chick who painted half of the room black, and she comes home and she turns on a light, and she's like screaming, I was like, turn the fucking light on! She's bent over the bed by some goth dude. There's like metal playing and shit, and every time she comes home, she's smoking cigarettes, and a lot of people won't get this reference, but at one point she comes home and she's smoking a cigarette and she's on the goth chat boards or whatever, and the girl picks up the phone. She's like, oh, because you can hear the and back in the day, kids, you couldn't use the internet and be on the phone at the same time. And she's like, this is my room too. And while she was over the top, I honestly like kind of sided with her character, because just the way the girl walked in and did it, she's like, Rebecca, or whatever her name was. I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here, but she chain smokes and she spends all of her time on goth message boards, and she'll literally bang any guy who just comes on there and is like, hey, looking for some goth chick. She's like, see you in 10 minutes. What room? And it's like, you don't even know what the guy looks like. But anyways, aside from that, her character is over the top. We'll get more into that. So as mentioned, the writing is sharp in the movie. It's fucking naughty and funny, and it's just things that you just want in a Just Like Scream movie to be. The soundtrack and the casting are great, and the opening kicks ass. Well, almost. So in the opening of the film, you got this girl who's singing terribly in her car, driving along the wet roads of the Sahara. She's driving on wet roads. She's driving on these roads, and she stops at a gas station. It's kind of the first urban legends that is unfolding in front of us. Brad Dourif walks out to the car, and he's got this crazy stutter. And she's like, oh my God, freak. And you could tell she's just sort of a total bitch, Sarah. And then he comes out and he's like, hey, the credit card company wants to talk to you. She goes in the building, and she obviously thinks that he's going to kill her and do stuff to her butt. But he's trying to explain to her something, and it looks like he's trying to, put a finger or five in her, and she runs away, and she gets away, and it's this escape. And when she gets down the road, he finally gets it out, and he's like, there's someone in the back seat. And it's such a cool moment. It's such a well-written moment. I know this is an urban legend, but it's just written well, the way it all goes down. And she's driving down the street, and Brad Dourif in his one little role just fucking kills it. The guy could sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. Everything Brad Dourif touches is gold. What an underrated actor that guy is. But she gets down the road, and then obviously we get our killer for the first time popping up. And as far as design of the killer look, outfit, or whatever, it's fine. I mean, there's nothing bad about it. It doesn't take you out of the scene. It's not some corny, terrible, awful mask. It's a fucking winter coat and a black face, like you can't see anything. There's one point where you see eyeballs when they're walking down a hallway, and I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool. But for the most part, it's just completely blacked out, just the jacket, like that movie ATM. That's an underrated movie, by the way. I think if they had a cooler design on that, it may have upped the movie a little bit, but who knows? But yeah, he pops up in the back seat, and this is all set up so well. I mean, this scene could have been plucked directly out of a Scream movie, and I mean that in the best ways. I mean, people take that as a bad thing. I say, why not? Hit me again, Ike, and put some steak on it. What movie is that from? Comment down below. There's no... It just ends. It's all perfectly shot, and it's the way it's filmed. It just feels like Scream. It's awesome. That last shot got me, though. I was like, damn it, like you had it. And then when he goes to swing the axe, it's just like this quick poof, and like the window goes out, and it really just lets the air out of an otherwise really tense scene. But this is where we're introduced to all of our characters as the aforementioned group, sitting around talking, hanging out, doing their thing by the fountain, just like they did in Scream. And this whole exposition dump was just beautifully done, because Robert Englund comes in, and he is the professor teaching the kids about the urban legends. He rocks the shit out of his role, and they do the Pop Rocks thing, where he has the girl come up, and there's this urban legend that if you drink Pop Rocks and soda, then a guy did it before and his stomach exploded. So Joshua Jackson's character comes up and does it, and then fakes it, whatever, spits this nasty green shit all over him. Honestly, he probably would have gotten a lot more trouble for that, because he clearly scared the shit out of everybody. Someone, I think, probably called 911, and he got blue Pop Rocks mixed with Pepsi all over the goddamn carpet. But anyways, he fakes everybody out, and it's a good scene. Really lets you know who his character is. Robert Englund's giving you a great exposition dump. We know exactly what we're in for. We're good to go. Again, this movie is so sharply written, I feel like it's underrated. And I love Joshua Jackson's character in this. He goes back to the main girl, and she's upset, and he's like, I could be a sweet guy, just don't tell anybody. He's like, you want to go out and to the woods, we'll just talk or whatever. And when he gets to the car, the Dawson's Creek song comes on, which is funny. And there's nice little meta references in this movie as well that'll remind you of Scream, not towards movies directly, but just subtle jabs and things like that. But he drives out, and he's talking to her. He's just trying to bang her, of course, obviously. There's just one line that he does that I fucking love, where he's like, oh, I can't. I'm hitting the half pipe at Killington this weekend. Everybody's trying to be so cool. It just makes you laugh. I love it. I can't. I'm hitting the half pipe at Killington this weekend. I don't know why that makes me laugh so hard. Anyway, His death scene's kind of cool. He's taking a pee and then the killer jumps out. And the idea is neat, but the execution's a little bit off. The killer ties the rope to the back of the car, and then he's on top of the car hanging from a tree. So when she drives away, it's going to pull his body up and hang him even more than he's already being hung. And as the guy later says, he's like, he probably did it because it was the only way anybody was ever going to call him hung. When she speeds away, it pulls him up, which is a good gag. But the idea that the killer got him on top of the car that fast is a kind of a big dude. It's just kind of ridiculous. But anyways, what are you going to do? So she speeds away, it kills him, and then the body's gone and nobody believes her. So we kind of have to do this weird, like, you're seeing things, Sarah, sort of like deal that we did with, like, you know, a Chucky movie when nobody believes Andy. And I feel like that may have been unnecessary. You probably could have cropped that thing out and just had everybody believe her and be like, hey, there's a killer on campus, let's fucking scoot with it, you know? But either way, it sets up a good kill for Danielle Harris's character because, as mentioned, when she'll walk into her room, she'll be fucking and she'll be like, turn the lights off, goddammit. And then her character will just put in headphones because nobody wants to listen to somebody fucking when they know you can hear them fucking. That's just weird to me. Like, who does that? Like, why would you get louder because you know I'm in the room? Do you want me to come over there? Am I the guy in the corner? Should I bring snacks? What's going on? And of course, they have way nicer dorm rooms than anyone ever has in the real world. I did appreciate the fact that they actually made people go out into the communal bathrooms. They didn't at least have their own shower and bathroom. I was like, because that's not realistic either. We had to walk down the fucking hallway and put on flip-flops to shower. I know, I was in college for 5 weeks. But this kill was set up really nicely because, like I said, she's on this chat room and some dude's just randomly like, hey, any goth chicks looking to party? And they're like, she's like, what are you into? He's like, lithium. She's like, oh, you're my kind of guy. I have lithium. It's like, what room? And she's like, she's going to go fuck this dude or these dudes that she's never seen before. And I mean, you're talking, it could be some, like, you know, fucking 400-pound goth dude with like kids in his closet. She's just like, yeah, let's fucking do it. The way this movie portrays goth people is hilarious. But anyway, it's the killer, and they do another Screamish thing here when she's like, all right, I'm gonna go get ready. What room are you in? And she goes and like freshens herself up, and when she comes back, the dude or the person is written in all caps, yours, like your room. Then they pop up, and the killer puts her on the bed and is like, you know, murdering her, choking her. And then the girl comes in, and it's a really sadistic, fucked up kill. I really like this one. She comes in, she's like, oh, my bad, I won't turn on the lights. I remember from last time because it's just this black figure on. What is this? You're a pervert. He's on top of her, choking her, and she's just making like gurgly noises and shit like that. And she's like, oh, wow, this is crazy. And she puts in her headphones and she's like just sitting there while her friend's getting murdered. It's really fucked up if you think about it. And then when she wakes up, it's like, thanks for not turning on the lights or whatever. It's like, I don't know if that's exactly what was written, but it's written in blood above her bed. And it's a good thing you didn't turn on the lights or something like that. So just a really cool, sadistic, mean, well written, well acted scene. It's an awesome one. Almost with no violence whatsoever. Still an awesome kill. Or gore, I should say. It's definitely violence. I mean, when you choke fuck someone to death, you know. The dean, who doesn't believe any of this shit and is really set up as a red herring, has a really good death scene as well. It's in the parking garage. There's an Achilles slice that happens real quick, which is another urban legend, which if you've ever worked third shift and like walked out to your car at night, even in your own driveway, you're like, I want to protect my Achilles. Just running down. Like something's going to pop out under your specific car in the middle of your suburban neighborhood. I don't know, but still it works. Same thing as Aliens. Basically, I just don't go outside after dark. But his death scene's really fucked up because he gets murdered using the spikes in the parking garage. And just the way the car hits him and like slams him into it's pretty gross. Well done scene. Michael Rosenbaum's death scene is just directly from Scream. I mean, he literally gets a phone call and the killer's like, you're gonna die tonight. And I'm like, holy shit, this is great. It's one of those things that like, it was almost a victim of its time, I feel like, because when it came out, I was like, yeah, they're trying to do the Scream thing and everybody hates him for it. But now, for those of us who find Scream and movies like it beloved, it's perfect. It's just a taste of something, you know, that we can never get enough of. And that's why I'm having such a fun time doing this series, by the way. But anyway, he takes the phone call and he's like, oh, I've heard this one. The killer's coming from inside the house. Another movie / urban legend that's referenced here is The Stranger Next. Fucking somebody's in the house. God damn it. What's this? When a Stranger Calls. Yes. Fuck you, Dad. But he's like, oh, I know what this one is. And he runs upstairs and it's like, no, This one's the one where, the guy's dog gets microwaved. He's like, what? And he runs downstairs. His dog's microwaved, and the camera shot's awesome because it shoots from the inside of the microwave with all the blood and guts and shit. Like I said, this movie's meaner than it gets credit for. Out to his face, he freaks out. Then the killer traps him in the bathroom. And there's a lightning storm going on outside, so it's sort of like a Saw-ish scene, because like whenever the lightning flashes, it's just kind of weird looking. But he puts a funnel down his throat, puts Pop Rocks, and then I believe Drano down, and then obviously he explodes with all the good death scene after good death scene after good death scene in this movie. I don't feel like it gets a lot of credit for it. Not a lot of gore, but still good death scenes. You don't need gore for great death scenes. Just ask Halloween. And then Tara Reid's character, as I mentioned, really annoying the way she screamed the entire time she's running, but it was funny that it was being broadcast to everyone and they were listening to it thinking it was a prank. But Killer just kills her with an axe and then sees the main girl and like does this. And pretty cool. It's the first time you've seen that killer show personality while in the suit, or while in the jacket, which, by the way, 7 people in the movie have this particular jacket, which makes it hard to discern who the actual killer is. There's one dude who just fucking runs around looking weird as shit, and it's like a perfect red herring because he's just like, I'm fucking weird as shit. He's basically David Dasmalkian's character from The Dark Knight. You're like, that guy's fucking up to something. Oh, thank you for mowing right now. This is a neighborhood. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I apologize for my neighbor. Piece of shit. Just kidding. I'm pretty sure that wraps up most of the death scenes, but, they did a really good job tying in the urban legends to the death scenes, and they even threw a couple more in there. There's a couple Bloody Mary references that happen. Just, again, I just can't get over, this movie was really, really well written, and I would have liked to see more movies like this from this writer. Unfortunately, passed way too soon, but I think this is an underratedly good written movie. Okay, and then finally they wrap things up in the end of this, and I noticed something to myself when I was watching this. I said, hey, Mike, you know what I noticed? I feel like in most slasher movies, I begin to check out the final chase scene between the final girl and the killer, and it kind of goes on and on and on a little bit, and I noticed that I usually do check out in these scenes because, look, all the quirky side characters have been killed off. You know that you're not going to get many more death scenes. You know the final girl's probably definitely going to survive this. And you have the killer reveal to look forward to, but this little chunk of the movie, it's like these directors, and James Blanks did a hell of a job, directed the shit out of this movie. I thought it was really well done. I mean, in any of these movies, you're going to have little issues. Like, there's a couple shots here and there that, like, and it's mainly like the action type scenes that just don't flow very well sometimes, and that's kind of the thing, like these directors, their strong suit isn't like Jason Bourne action chase scenes, right? So sometimes that can really detract from these moments and the suspense of these moments, and here it does as well. And the killer reveal is Rebecca Gayhart's character, and the whole idea was that the main girl basically was responsible for killing someone because they did this game where they got behind him and turned their lights on and off and fucked with him, and the guy ended up wrecking and dying, and that was her boyfriend is what we find out. So she's followed her here. She's killing everybody using urban legends, and by the way, she's been obsessed with Jared Leto's character the entire movie, and he's just kind of been indifferent to her, but she was going to help him out by getting him a Pulitzer Award for covering all this stuff as it's happening in real time. Basically, it's revenge for killing her boyfriend. Not the coolest motive or whatever, but like, didn't really need it to be. I really thought Rebecca Gayheart acted the shit out of this. I thought she was really good the entire first half of the movie, just being openly obsessed with this character. She was a fun character throughout the movie, and then in the end, when she gets her little monologue, I thought she did a great job with it. I thought she was crazy. She was scary. She definitely has stage 10 Klinger face if she wants to. She's a very beautiful woman, but if she wants to throw on that face, she's got that face. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's a fucking crazy bitch. And there's a fucked up scene where she's like on top of her and she's like, hey, we're going to do the kidney one. That's your urban legend. We're going to do the kidney thing. So she actually starts stabbing into her and is just going to like pull out an organ while the girl's awake. And she's like, sorry, I don't have any anesthesia or whatever. She's going fucking crazy eyeliner eyes. Jared Leto shows up, saves the day basically, and ultimately what ends up happening is they shoot her and she falls out of a window, and it's like, okay, well, we know she's definitely not dead, but they get in the car, they're driving away, and he's like, it's weird, if this is our urban legend, where's the twist or whatever? And then all of a sudden she and right when he's saying it, you go, if you didn't get it before, maybe I'm stupid, but you go, she's in the back fucking seat, and then she pops up with the axe in the back seat. there's this, it's a really fun twist. I liked it. I thought it makes sense. I mean, it's believable enough. She gets shot, she falls out of a window. She could have survived that. I mean, we've seen people survive getting hit with TVs and stabbed, as we all know, because that Stu is survived that. And so why not her survive this as well? And then they wreck the car, and she goes and she flies out into the sea or the creek or Dawson's Creek or wherever the fuck. I don't want to wait. But then they do the smart ass double ending, which I really love when movies have the balls to do this. And they pan out and it's a whole new group of college students sitting around talking about urban legends. Camera pans around. Boom. It's her. She's still alive and she's attending another college. And then the movie ends. I fucking loved it. I love this movie. I cannot believe, I think, again, another movie like Wolf Creek that was a victim of the time that it came out, when a lot of movies like this were coming out, so everybody was sketchy about them. I fucking love the shit out of this, man. It's an 8 out of 10 for me. And for people who are wanting a scary movie or something like that, you're not going to like it that much because it's not scary. It is your typical slasher movie, your typical post-Scream slasher movie for sure. And it's not, I don't think it's going to scare any adults, that are seasoned in horror movies by any means, but there's some clever writing in it. There's some really fun acting in it. There's some fun dialogue in it. There's some fun death scenes in it. So your average person's not going to watch this movie and be like, that was great. That's Hereditary, but those of us who love these teen slasher type movies, these post-Scream, just like Scream movies, I think that this is one that you should totally fucking revisit. And I think you'll get an absolute kick out of it. I know I did. It's an 8 out of 10 for me. Accomplished just about everything it wanted to. So I hope you guys will subscribe and click that bell so that you get the rest of these. We got a ton. We're going to do gossip at some point. There's a million of these movies, and I can't wait to cover every single one of them. And I can't wait to cover every inch of you with my fingers. I don't know what that means, but I know I meant it. I love your fucking faces, guys. I hope you have an amazing day. Halloween never ends, suck my fucking dick, and I don't really care what Blumhouse fucking says. Put him in a box, or suck a fucking cock. You can say he's dead, but we all know he's not, yeah. So let's go trick-or-treating, let's go fucking drinking, let's all go rent Pumpkinhead on VHS. Cause Halloween never ends, Halloween never ends, Halloween never ends, yeah.